Don't be caught coming to West Hawaii without watching our video about hacks to survive the Christmas season. Happy holidays from 365 Hawaii. It's Julianne,
Eric,
and we're going to be here telling you guys a little bit about some hacks to get you through the holiday season here in Kona.
yes, because things are a little bit always changing, so we thought we'd fill you in with what's going on and what to expect moving forward into the crowded holiday time.
So we're going to give you a few very helpful tips as we show you around some of the things that are fun to do in Kona and give you some ideas. And also, don't forget, if you like what we're doing for you and it's Thanksgiving and you're thankful, we do have a Patreon account and we'd love for you to subscribe to this channel as well.
That's right. Don't forget a thumbs up and a like too.
Right, let's ring that bell.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go and see some cool things that you need to know about to make your life better here in Kona during the holidays.
Okay, so the first one that we're going to talk about today is beaches. Because as you know, when the holidays hit, when it's high season in here, everything gets really crowded, including the beaches. So as you can see, we're in front of the King Cam here, and it is crowded, and we are not even into high season yet. So you can imagine what it's going to be like when it really gets going. So you had a couple suggestions about how to deal with that one.
Yeah, so if you are staying at the King Kamehameha Courtyard by Marriott, know that obviously there's quite a few people who are going to be here. They do have cabanas on the lawn, so if you want to get some alone time, that's a good place to go. Also, if you are down here and you're not a hotel guest, which is okay because all beaches are free in Hawaii, the snorkeling out in front of the beach area, if you go through the bay out in front, it's great snorkeling, and not a lot of people know about it, so you're not being kicked in the face with a bunch of people that might happen in other popular snorkeling areas.
Right, and the only thing I'll add to that is that there's a lot of fresh water here, so it's a little chilly going out because the fresh water is about 60-something degrees
compared
to the
step
80-degree water of the ocean.
Yeah, so you step in and go like this, are we in Hawaii? It's because the fresh water is running out of the mountains and down into here. So just swim out and you'll get a lot warmer. You can also swim at the Pier Beach, which is right across the parking lot from here where the drone shot, and you can get some really great snorkeling over there. It's a little bit warmer. Also, if you end up going to places that are popular like Kua Bay, which has beautiful white sand, we're talking about getting there early.
Or you can get there, we always get there late, about 3 o'clock everybody decides to go home. If they've been there since 8, 3 is way too late for them, so they're starting to leave.
And that's when we bring our picnic and we watch the sunset and get a chance to enjoy the soft white powder sand without a whole bunch of other people there.
And again, one of the beauties of going late is that you don't have to put on as much sunscreen, and that goes back to what that you should, of course, wear reef I can't even
reef
say
safe,
it.
reef safe.
Sunscreen.
Not friendly, but safe. And don't forget, guys, because we beat the drum on making sure that you are not bringing chemical sunscreen into the ocean. Make sure you're bringing your mineral sunscreen with you on your trip. Okay?
There you go.
And if you want to look at one that we like, it's Little Hands Hawaii. It's all natural. It's not that expensive, and it's made right here on Hawaii Island.
Yes.
So, other beach experiences, though, get this.
Yep.
In general, you're going to want to get there early, and in general, be prepared because most of the really good beaches are probably have a lot of people. So again, here we go with the be prepared, be patient.
Right. And I'll go on and start looking around. We didn't go into this other, but there's also a lot of little places that might not be perfect beaches, but you can go and check those out as well. It still might be nice to get in the water, get something like that, and go that way. So it gets you a little bit away from the 3 big beaches that everybody goes to.
Right, and sitting on a space, I'm gonna give them a little something. So up in the Kailua Coast, there's a little beach park called Holo Beach Park, and there's a lot of rocks there, but it is a really great ocean experience. And you can actually just get your little chair and put your chair like really out on the rocks and you will be alone, and it's a great place to look for whales because that's usually where they show up as well.
And
so,
now it's whale season. Whale
Right.
season just come back. I saw two people that recently saw whales.
and I saw a whale at
see?
Honolulu. So they're here. So if sitting on the beach with a bunch of families is not your idea of a good time, there's lots of coastline to explore on this island. It's as big as the state of Connecticut, don't forget. And you're probably going to find something that's pretty somewhere where you can be alone. And I like it because I blast my music when there's nobody else around. And there's places on this island you can find to do that. So look.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, here's the second hack for today, and it's on charters. And as you can see behind us, they're loading up the Atlantis submarine. And what they do is they go out into Kailua Bay with the submarine and drop down to about 30 or 40 feet to the ocean. They show all the great stuff down there, and it's definitely pretty cool. So that goes back to why are we talking about these things?
Because the hack means is that it's going to be overcrowded and it's going to be full. So this is where you pick up a lot of different charters. This is where the Body Glove goes out of, and also right behind us is the UFO parasailing. So if you were thinking about booking a charter to be able to enjoy your vacation a little bit more, and I suggest that you do because you're supporting local and you're getting some really great experiences out on the ocean, but you should book it right now.
And the reason being is that we have a labor shortage on the island, and most of these charters and things are only operating at about 50% capacity. So that means if there's a full amount of people here and they're only taking half the amount they used to, it means they're going to be. Also, we had quite a few that were taken out because of the pandemic that don't even exist anymore. So it's getting really tough to find things to do.
Right, and just also so you guys know too, if you thought you were going to take a dolphin swimming charter, that is not legal anymore. As of October 28th, they banned dolphin swimming. So there are still tours going out dolphin watching, and some of those tours will also take you out snorkeling. But in terms of swimming with the dolphins this year, it's not going to happen for you. So if you're seeing this and you are going to book a charter, get up right now, run to the phone, and make a deal.
All right.
So hack number 3 is restaurants. So one of the things, of course, you love to do when you come to visit West Hawaii is go and eat. And this season, it might be a little more difficult than you might imagine, but we're here to help you.
Well, yeah, and first of all, we want to let you know that because of there's still some COVID restrictions that have not been lifted yet, so the restaurants are not at full capacity is what the problem is. So that makes it a little more challenging because there's less people. And then the other thing that we got going on here is that we're having a labor shortage, just like everybody else all over the country. We talked about that in the last hack as well. But this one makes it hard to get food. So What do? The same thing you do when you did with the
charter boats.
Yeah.
You make reservations. But we have a lot of restaurants that don't take reservations. So hack to think about is two-part. One is get there early, and that way you can secure your table. Don't think you're going to walk in with your party of 6 people at 6 o'clock
or 10 at 7 and expect to get seated.
Also, most of these restaurants also do takeout. So you can easily also just get the takeout and sit outside, like we just showed these people over here have done that, and just be outside with your food. And that's when we go back to take your food down to a beach after 4 o'clock when there are not that many people there, and have a nice picnic dinner.
And for some reason, it's really picnics always make food taste much better too.
Yeah, when you're outside. Yeah. And I've heard that some of the nice restaurants up the coast of Kahala, obviously they're getting booked out now, but you can order your Christmas dinner from some of the best restaurants. And but you got to do it in advance.
Oh,
if you
way
want
in
to bring
advance. That's like shooting. Very, very rare that you're going to be able to get that.
But just do it now. It's before Thanksgiving.
All right,
Thanksgiving's Christmas yet.
They just don't have a lot going on with those. There's not very many people. So good try.
Jackie Ray.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
I'll tell you. If you guys watch my 365 Things to Do in Kona page, I will list restaurants that are providing Christmas dinner for you guys to take out. How's that?
Okay, see for yourself.
Okay. Otherwise, trying to get reservations for Christmas dinner yourself to sit down might be a little bit difficult, right? But also, in terms of that, when we talk about be prepared and be patient, right, and be safe, is please be patient with your servers and with the reservationists, and don't get angry with them. They're doing the best they can. And also, when you do go out to maybe have your little picnic dinner at the ocean, be careful of those waves, because you don't want to turn your back to the ocean.
I had a thought of sitting there, you're eating your dinner and all of a sudden a big wave come over at the beach. But it has happened, and the waves start to get big around Christmas time. So there you go.
Yeah. So it's not impossible.
It is super impossible. So those are your restaurant hacks for now.
Hey, talking about food hacks, getting your groceries is going to be one of those things as well. Behind me is KTA Superstores, which is basically our local grocery store chain. And I always say support local. So if you can think about shopping, because you guys know Costco is going to be a zoo. And our Safeway, which is brand new and it's beautiful, that's also going to be very, very busy. Tourists a lot of the times will not come to a local grocery store. So there's one here, and there's also one in Keauhou. But I will say that you might have to have a little line experience to get in, because they do keep the capacity down to a safe level. Don't forget to, all grocery stores are going to ask you to wear a mask. So indoor mask mandates are in place at this point, and we don't see that changing at least until at least the second quarter of 2022. So no matter when you see this, keep in mind that you're probably going to have to wear a mask when you go shopping and when you go into a restaurant. But another little is the fact that you can get basically farm fresh produce here at KTA. They get right from the farm, so you're going to get your fresh papayas and your great mangoes and your pineapples, where Costco is going to be shipping that stuff in a lot of times. So if you need lettuce and things like that, you don't want to go bad. KTA is awesome. Also, when you go here, you can get some different kinds of local kind food. We have there's a large Japanese section, and you're going to get different kinds of chilled salad dressings and things like that. So give KTA a shot and get a chance to shop in a way that you don't get a chance to do so on the mainland.
It's traffic hacks, and here we are, Palani and Highway 11, right sort of the epicenter where all of the traffic usually is. So with that, there are other ways of getting around town besides cars that you can, because rental cars are probably going to fill up because there's just not enough on the island, even though there are a good amount of Turo cars if you want to look there as well. But they do have e-bikes, and they've got scooters and all kinds of different ways, maybe even a one-wheel, make it kind of fun to get around here. So there are different ways of doing that. So some of the other things that I want to talk about are to drive with Aloha. We are not on the mainland, and it is different here. And I had a friend who was like, "Oh, you should be able to zoom up to the airport really quickly." It's not that easy, because we don't have roads that are sort of set up for that, and people don't drive that way. So it is very much. They'll drive in two lanes at the same time, and you're not going very fast at all. And the other thing that happens, let's say you're going out to the resorts and you say, all right, I'm going to, pass everybody going out of the resorts. First of all, it is pretty dangerous doing that, because we regularly get accidents that way. And secondly, you only gain maybe 2 minutes at the most, 3 minutes, because there's another person that's doing 55 in front of you, because most people here do drive the speed limit of whatever it is posted. So you kind of have to get used to that. But these are traffic hacks. So the other thing you need to do is remember that at 4 or 5 o'clock we have a rush hour. It's earlier than everybody else. It's usually between 3:30 and 5 o'clock is the main time. All right, maybe 2 to 6 if it's horrible, depending on what's going on. But you guys get the idea. But it's mainly on this road going out when it goes down to 2 lanes, or coming into town at 8 o'clock in the morning. So these are the 2 times that we really have traffic. But there's a couple other ways you can kind of get around. Maybe go down to Lee if you need to, instead of being up here on the other part. So there's different techniques for getting around the traffic around here.
in the hacking department, we have told you the major parts of the whole hack experience. We're going to give you a little bit of those little side tips for all of those who hung on to this point.
Yeah, a bonus if you say it.
Bonus.
All right, so I'll start with the bonus. So one of the things that you can also do is you don't have to stick around all the major areas. You don't have to go to the beach. There's all kinds of other things around the island. The trip to the visitor center at Mauna Kea is always really good. Or the volcano is going off right now. Very spectacular. I would suggest if you choose to do that one, get around dusk, around 3 or 4, and then go till the time that the sun goes down, because once the sun comes down, it's this beautiful glow. We did another video on that. Maybe we'll link that video down below about the eruption. So very cool stuff. So there's a lot of other things to do besides just your stereotypical things, the beach that everybody goes to.
So also some other opportunities besides sitting around the beach with a Mai Tai is don't forget that you can see Okaka Falls up in the Hamakua area. You can also go to like the Hilo's Farmers Market, get a chance to wander around Hilo. They have some really great places to go over there. Go see Coconut Island, go to the botanical gardens. Oh, it's beautiful there. Also, when we're talking about the volcano, Volcanoes National Park, it's not just about obviously seeing the caldera too. There's beautiful hiking trails there. You can walk across the entire caldera at Kilauea Iki. There's just ways to get out and explore this big, beautiful, giant island instead of being just shoved with a few people down in West Hawaii next to the restaurants and the small beaches, right?
And that's why they call it the Adventure Island.
That's right. And there's lots of stuff to do, and there's ways of being alone all day long. If you guys have been watching our channel for any length of time, during the pandemic, we took you to all these beautiful beaches. So if you are not familiar with the beaches on the Big Island, check out our other videos, top 5 beaches on the Big Island. Also, some of the places that we called hidden gems you guys can check out. And one of those gems is actually here at the Hanakai Harbor. It's the Harbor House, and they serve these huge schooners of beer. And they have...
They're cold.
And they're frozen too.
Yeah.
And then they also have really good hamburgers, and it's not that expensive. So it's kind of like one of those little...
Yeah, but that one does get crowded, so...
Yeah, it's not one that doesn't get crowded. If real estate is one of the things you want to do while you're here, check out our other YouTube channel too, Big Island Real Estate Minute, right? 365 Hawaii
Real Estate
Minute. And that gives you a bunch of information about buying houses here. And you can also go to move2hawaii365.com and we'll get you totally taken care of. So we hope you guys have enjoyed this, and again, if you guys enjoy it, make sure you subscribe, and good luck. Happy holidays. We're very thankful as we head into Thanksgiving for you guys watching what we're doing here at our channel, and we hope to see you guys more, obviously, as we go through the holiday season.
That's right. And if you see us around town, say hi. It seems to be a common theme lately that everybody's like, "Hey, 365." So it just shows that we're, that you people are watching.
Yeah, it's nice when people have actually said to us, the information you're providing is not just informational, it's inspiring. And so with that, hopefully you guys have an amazing holiday season. Be safe, be kind to the island, and kind to yourselves and kind to other people, and come and enjoy yourself.
And with that, we say
Aloha.